Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Juan the Yarn Addict, and this is the fifth and last installment of my fall crochet along for what I'm calling the Autumn Aspirations throw. At this point we have 55 rounds completed with 171 stitches per side. In this video I will guide you through the last 10 rounds, which features a series of stacked double crochet crosses and an optional last round of the crab stitch to finish our project off. Before we begin, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and then of course share the video. So without further ado, let's continue on with our fall crochet along. Okay, so to get started with round number 56, we need to create a slip knot on our hook. However you do this is absolutely fine. This is how I do it. Once you have your slip knot, we're going to go into any corner with a standing double crochet. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this corner, obviously. So I'm going to yarn over, go into the corner, draw up a loop. I have 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. There's my standing double. And now I'm going to complete out this corner with another double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. And that will be the constant for the other corners in this round as well. So it's 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles, just like that. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and go into the very first stitch with a double crochet. So this very first stitch receives an upstairs neighbor right here. Just go ahead and do that. The next stitch will receive a front post treble crochet. So we're going to yarn over twice, come down and around and perform our treble in the front post, just like that. And then next door from that will be a double crochet right into the head of the stitch there. And we are going to repeat that with the next 3 stitches here. So it's going to be a double crochet, front post treble, and then a double crochet in the next stitch here. Right there. And so that is how it should look. A double, front post treble, double, and then a double, front post treble, and then a double. From here, we're going to go into these clusters here of double crochets, otherwise known as the granny stitch or 3 peas in a pod, and we're going to repeat what we just did here. So the first and the last stitch will receive double crochets, but this middle stitch here will receive a front post treble crochet. So just as a reinforcement, I'm going to go ahead and go over this with you very quickly. So this first stitch receives a double crochet. This middle stitch of the 3 will receive a front post treble crochet, just like that. And then this last stitch of the treble here, or the trio of stitches, will receive a double crochet, just like that. And you're going to do that to every cluster of the side here. So just for good measure, let's do one more. So double crochet in the first one, and then in the middle stitch there, front post treble, and then in the last stitch, double crochet. Okay, so continue doing that, and I will meet you at the very first corner. It's a ways now because our blanket has grown. Our project is pretty large at this point. So continue on, and I will meet you right here in just a moment. Okay, so I'm approaching the first corner of round number 56, and I have 6 stitches remaining before the corner here. And so what we're going to do is the same thing we've done when we started this round. We're going to equally divide up the last 6 stitches into clusters of 3. And we are going to continue the pattern that we've been working on for this particular side here. So we are going to go into the very first stitch here with a double crochet. And for me, this is where my chain 3 was from the previous round. So I'm just going to go into that top chain there and perform a double crochet. And as you can see, I have a tail here, so I'm going to crochet around and over it. So This next stitch is going to receive a front post treble crochet. The next stitch here is going to have a double crochet, and I am crocheting my tail in there, just like that. The next stitch, see I have 3 left, so the next stitch here is going to be a double crochet, and then a front post treble. And then the last stitch before the corner here is going to be a double crochet. And I'm just going to flip this over to show you how I crocheted over my tail there. So from here, I'm just going to take scissors and cut that tail off, just like that. Okay, so in the corner, we are going to do 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. So let's do that. 1 double, 2 doubles. Let's chain 2, swivel our work around. And at this point in our project, swiveling may take a moment or two because it has grown quite significantly. And so we're going to go back into this corner here with 2 double crochets. And there's the corner. Okay, so for every corner you will see 6 double crochets before the clusters of 3 doubles. We're going to repeat what we just did on this side here. The very first stitch will have an upstairs neighbor of a double crochet, just like that. Next door, front post treble. From here, we're going to go next door with a double crochet. And we're going to repeat that sequence, double, front post treble, double, in the next 3 stitches before our 3 double crochet cluster there, our granny stitch rather. So let's go into this stitch here with a double crochet. Then next door here with a front post treble. And then in this next stitch here, double crochet. So every corner of this round will look exactly like this. Okay, so from here we're going to go into our 3 peas in a pod, our granny stitch. There's lots of names for this. 3 double crochets into 1 stitch. The first stitch, as I've already covered, is going to be a double crochet. The middle stitch is going to be a front post treble, and the last stitch is going to be a double crochet, and that's what it will look like. So continue on with this for round number 56. Make sure that you go in and out of your corners exactly as we covered them, and I shall see you at the end of round number 56 in just a moment. Okay, so I'm approaching the end of round number 56. I have 6 stitches remaining in the round here, and so what we're going to do is continue on repeating the pattern here that we have for round number 56. So in the first 3 stitches, we're going to do a double crochet, front post treble, and then a double crochet, and then we're going to repeat that for the next 3 stitches, and that will conclude the round for round number 56. So let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to go into the first stitch with a double crochet. And then in the next stitch with a front post treble. In the next stitch with a double crochet. I'm going to repeat that in the last 3 stitches here. So next door, we're going to insert a double crochet. And then after that, in the next stitch, front post treble. And then finally, in the last stitch of the round, double crochet. So to close off the round here, what we need to do is insert our hook into the very first stitch of the round, drop a loop and slip to close. And I've already trimmed my yarn here because I plan on changing colors. So from here, we are going to chain 2. So there's 1 and there's 2. So from here, we're going to pull the hook away from our work, pinch and pull down just like that. And it makes a very, very tight knot. So for round number 56, from corner to corner, you should have a total of 175 total stitches, okay? So for round number 57, we're going to be working in the back. So as you can see, we're currently in the front of our work. We're going to take it and flip it around, and you can pick any corner. I suggest perhaps picking a fresh corner, one that hasn't been worked in, just like that, okay? So let me just get everything adjusted here. And so what we're going to do here is change colors. So let me just grab my yarn. Okay, so I will be putting on pumpkin spice. So to begin, we are going to create a slip knot on our hook, just like this. However you do this is absolutely fine. This is how I do it. And I like to leave a tail. Makes it a lot easier to sew in ends later or crochet over them. And so to begin, what we need to do is create a standing double crochet. Yarn over, go into the corner, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. So that's a standing double crochet, and we're going to complete this corner here. So we're going to go in here with a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. We're going to add one more to that corner. So 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles. And that is the corner for this round. So every corner will be like that, okay? So for round number 57, we're going to do front post double crochets. However, in the middle of the row here, more specifically, the 87th stitch. Okay, as you're doing the front post double crochets, the 87th one, you're going to do a front post double crochet 2 together. So I'm going to show you guys how we do that. But for now, what we need to do is come back to the corner here and insert a front post double crochet in every stitch, just like this. Okay, so when we get to the middle here, I'm going to actually count 87 front post double crochets, and actually that will include the 2 stitches in the corner here. So far, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from the corner here, we're going to go over 87 stitches. And so continue doing front post double crochets in every stitch, and I shall see you at the 87th stitch in the row in just a moment. Okay, so I am in the middle of the side here. I have 86 total front post double crochets. I'm at the 87th stitch right here. I have not crocheted it yet. And so what we need to do now is a front post double crochet 2 together. So we are going to yarn over, come down and around the first post, go around the second post. So we're going around 2. We're going to draw up a loop and go around, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. So we've decreased by doing that. So if you recall, for round number 56, we ended with 175 total stitches. By making that decrease, we are now going to have an even number for round number 57. So the total number of stitches you should have for round number 57 will be 178 total stitches, okay? So each side will have to decrease by 1 stitch in order to proceed forward with the project, okay? So from here, we are going to continue inserting front post double crochets in every stitch of the side here. So I'm going to continue doing this, and just for good measure, I will meet you at the very first corner of the side here. right over there. So in just a moment, I will meet you at this corner, okay? Okay, so I am at the corner here, and in the corner, we're gonna go ahead and insert 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. We're gonna go ahead and chain 2 and swivel our work. It's gonna take a quick moment here. Okay, so in the corner, 2 more doubles to complete the corner, just like that. So from here, we're going to continue inserting front post double crochets in every stitch. And remember, in the middle of our side here, more specifically stitch number 87 and 88 are to be joined together. Front post double crochet 2 together. Feel free to rewind the video if you need instruction on how to do that. But from here, we're going to continue inserting front post double crochets in every stitch in the side here, okay? And just to recap, for round number 57, you should have a total of 178 stitches. So continue with this, and I shall see you at the end of round number 57 in just a moment. Okay, so I'm at the end of round number 57, front post double crochets in the back of our work here, and I have 2 stitches remaining, so I'm going to go ahead and insert front post double crochets around these 2 stitches, just like that. And to close off the round, what I'm going to do is insert my hook into the first stitch here, draw up a loop, slip to close, and chain 2. And then I'm going to cut a tail here, pull the hook away from the work, pinch and pull down, and there you have it. So just a very quick recap of round number 57. So as I mentioned, we have front post double crochets, but in the middle of the rows here, between stitches 87 and 88, it is a front post double crochet 2 together, and you have just one of these on each side, again taking round number 56, which was an odd number, into round number 57, now an even number, okay? So for round number 58, we are going to take our work and flip it over to the front. So let's just do that quickly. I'm going to choose a corner that has not been worked into just yet. There we go. Very, very nice. I love that ridge. We have ridges here, tons of texture, very nice. Okay, so for this next round, round number 58, we are going to need a total of 182 total stitches from corner to corner. And we are going to be working double crochet crosses for this particular round. And so to get started, what we need to do is, as always, create a slip knot on our hook. However you do this is absolutely fine. This is how I do it. And I am going to be working with claret. And as I've mentioned, every time I pulled claret under the camera, it is a dark color. It's a little difficult to see, but we are going to make this work. So to start off round number 58, we are going to once again create a standing double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, go into the corner, draw up a loop. We have 3 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, just like that. From here, we're going to finish off the corner with 1 more double crochet, chain 2, and then back into the corner here with 2 double crochets. So that is what our corner looks like. I'm going to get super close to the camera because the yarn is very dark. So there's that. Okay, so from here we're going to perform a double crochet cross in the first 2 stitches. So we're going to skip the first stitch, go into the second one with a double crochet, yarn over and come back to the skipped stitch and perform a double crochet, making a double crochet cross. We're going to skip the next stitch, go into the next one, double crochet, yarn over, come back to the skipped stitch and perform a double crochet, creating that cross there. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So continue doing this, and I shall see you at the first corner in just a moment. Okay, so I'm at the corner here of round number 58. I have 2 stitches remaining, so I'm going to go ahead and do my double crochet cross in those last 2 stitches, just like that. And so from here, I'm going to go into the corner with 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. And then I'm going to chain 2 and swivel our work. And then I'm going to go back into this corner here with 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. From here, I'm going to perform a double crochet cross in the first 2 stitches, 1 and 2, just like that. So that's how you go around the corners. Let's get a little closer, because again, that claret is pretty dark. There you go. All right, so that is how you go around the corners. So continue on doing double crochet crosses for the round, and I shall see you at the end of round number 58. Okay, so I'm at the end of round number 58. I have 2 stitches remaining, so I'm going to go ahead and put a double crochet cross in these last 2 stitches. There's 1, there's 2. And then to close off the round, what we're going to do is insert our crochet hook into the first stitch. Let's move that tail out of the way there. Let's draw up a loop and slip to close. And then from here, we're going to chain 2. And we're going to cut our work. Let's pull the hook away from our project, pinch and pull down. So that concludes round number 58. And once again, you should have 182 total stitches. And yeah, that's it for round number 58. So to start round number 59, I'm going to jump into another corner. I'm going to hop right onto this corner here. And I'm going to once again change colors. And we're going to begin with a slip knot on our hook, just like this. Okay, so to start the next round here, round number 59, we are going to begin with a standing double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, go into the corner, draw up a loop. You have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over and go through 2, standing double crochet. And we're going to go ahead and finish out this corner with another double, chain 2, and then 2 doubles, 1 and 2. Okay, so for round number 59, we're going to do what's called a stacked double crochet cross. So we're going to hug the crosses here. So we're going to yarn over, come into the far side of this space here, do a double crochet, yarn over and come to the other side of the pairing here, and do a double crochet just like that. And from here, we're just going to jump to the next cross and give it a hug with a double crochet cross, just like that. Go to the far side from the hook, and then come to the near side of that cross, just like that. And you are literally just placing a double crochet cross around the one from the previous round here. Okay, so continue doing this, and I shall see you at the first corner. Okay, so I'm at the first corner here. I just have one more stacked double crochet cross to do. So I'm just going to finish that up very quickly. There we go. And so in the corner here, we are going to do 2 doubles. 1, 2. We're going to chain 2 and swivel our work around here. And then from here, we're going to go back into this corner with 2 double crochets. There's 1 and there's 2. So that's how we're going to get around the corner. 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles. Okay? So from here, we're going to continue on doing stacked double crochet crosses. We're going to start right here like we did in the very beginning. We're going to go on to this side of the pairing and do a double crochet. And then we're going to yarn over and come to the near side, the other side of the pairing here. Just like that. Okay? So let's do one more. So here's the cross. So we're going to go to this side right here with a double crochet. Yarn over and come to the other side of that cross with a double crochet. Okay? So feel free to rewind and replay if you're not sure how to get around that corner there. So continue on with this and go all the way around the round, and I shall see you at the end of round number 59. And you should have a total of 186 stitches per side. Okay? So continue on with this, and I'll see you at the end of the round in just a moment. Okay, so I'm at the end of round number 59. I've inserted all my stacked double crochet crosses for the round, and this is what we are looking like so far. So to close off the round, what we need to do is slip into the very first stitch of the round, draw a loop, slip to close, and what we're going to do is chain 2, and we are going to cut our work. We're going to pull the hook away from our work, and we're going to pinch and pull down just like that. I find it a lot easier to close off the round and just start the next round with the new color, either in the same corner or in another corner. It's just a lot easier to work that way, so that's how I do it. Feel free to do this however you see fit, but for me this is the easiest way. Okay, so to start round number 60, once again we need to go ahead and create a slip knot on our hook. However you do this is absolutely fine. This is how I do it. And we are going to go into the corner like we did the last 2 times with a standing double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, go into the corner, draw up a loop. We have 3 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, and go through the remaining 2 loops on our hook, just like that. From here, we're going to complete this corner with an additional double crochet, chain 2. We're going to swivel our work around and go back into that corner with 2 more double crochets. Just like that. Perfect. So from here we are going to continue repeating what we've done in the last row for round number 60 with stacked double crochet crosses, just like this. With the colors being slightly lighter, you're able to see a little clearer what exactly it is that I'm doing. Just like this. Okay. So once again, this is round number 60. And we're going to do this also for round 61 and 62. So in total, 3 additional rounds. So if we look back here to the round that I have here with the claret, okay, so the round here with the claret is round 58. So 58 is double crochet crosses. 59 is stacked double crochet crosses. And this gold color here, round number 60, is also stacked double crochet crosses. We also need round 61 and 62, all stacked double crochet crosses. So to simplify this, the current round that we're on, round 60, is one of 3 rounds needed. Okay, so continue doing double crochet crosses, and just for good measure, I will meet you at the very first corner here in just a moment. Okay. Okay, so I am approaching the first corner of round number 60. I have 2 stitches remaining before the chain space corner, and so I'm going to insert a double crochet cross around the last 2 stitches here, just like that. From here, we're going to go into the corner with 2 double crochets. I'm going to swivel the work around, just like that. And we're going to go back into this corner with 2 double crochets after we make 2 chains. So 2 doubles, 2 chains, and back in the corner here with 2 double crochets. From here, we're going to go around the first 2 stitches with a double crochet cross, just like this. Perfect. And I'm going to do one more next to that one, just like this. I'm going to make a bunny ear and do a recap very quickly. Okay. So, the colorway here in Claret is round number 58. That was the very first round of crosses. After that, we have the pumpkin spice here. That is round number 59. That is a stacked double crochet cross. And then the gold color here is round number 60, and that is also a stacked double crochet cross. So we need 2 more rounds after the gold for 5 total rounds of double crochet crosses. Now 4 of them are stacked, and the one here is the original round of double crochet cross. Okay, so I'm actually going to leave you here with this. We're going to complete round number 60, but then you're also going to complete round 61 and 62. You should have a total of 5 rounds of double crochet crosses, 4 of them stacked like this. Okay, so continue on with this, and I shall see you at the end of round number 62 in just a moment. Okay, so I am back. I'm here at the end of round number 62. I have 5 rounds of double crochet crosses, 4 rounds of which are stacked on top of one another, as you can see here. And so what we're going to do now is close off round number 62. I've already snipped off because I plan on changing colors. So what we're going to do is insert the tip of our crochet hook into the first stitch. Make sure you pick up the front loop and the back loop. And then from here, what we want to do is slip through and slip there. And then we're going to chain 2. 1 and 2. From here, we're going to pull the hook away from our work. We're going to pinch and pull down into our work to create that knot. I'll sew in the ends later. So for round number 63, we're going to take our work and flip it to the back. All right, so let's just pull up another corner here. You can use the same corner if you want. I'm choosing to hop on over to another corner. Just make sure that your work is on the back for this round, okay? So I'm also going to change color here. I'm going to go back to the pumpkin spice. And as always, what we need to do is create a slip knot on our hook. However you do this is absolutely fine. This is how I do it. Okay, so from here, what we need to do is create a standing double crochet here in the corner. We're going to yarn over, go into the corner, draw up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, go through 2. Standing double crochet. From here, we're going to finish out this corner with an additional double crochet, chain 2, and then 2 doubles back into that corner. Just like this. Once we have our 2 double crochets, we're going to go ahead and insert 1 double crochet in every stitch for the round, okay? Every stitch gets an upstairs neighbor. 1 double crochet. Okay, so again, in the corners, it's 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles, and then every stitch receives a double crochet, just like this. So continue on with this, and I shall see you at the end of round number 63, all double crochets in the back. All right, I'll see you in just a moment. Okay, so I am back. I am nearing the end of round number 63, which was double crochets. I have one more to go here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Perfect. Okay, so for round number 63, you should have a total of 202 stitches for those who are counting. All right, and so from here, what we are going to do is insert the tip of our crochet hook into the first stitch. Make sure you pick up the front loop and the back loop. Going to draw a loop and slip to close. And once again, we are going to chain 2. We're going to cut our work just like that. Pull the hook away, pinch and pull down, just like that. Okay. So for round number 64, we are going to do a round of single crochets, and we're going to stay in the back. Now I'm going to jump to another corner, and let me find another corner to bounce out of. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so I have another corner here. You just move the tails out of the way. I have a lot of sewing to do in to do later, rather. All right, so for round number 64, as I mentioned, we're doing a round of single crochets, but first, let's go ahead and put a slip knot on the hook, just like that. And so we are going to do a standing single crochet in the corner here. So what we're gonna do is go into the corner, draw a loop, yarn over, and go through both of those loops. That is a standing single crochet. From here, we're gonna go back into this corner here with a single crochet, chain 2, and then 2 singles. Just like that. From here, we are going to insert a single crochet in every stitch. Make sure that every stitch has an upstairs neighbor, including the very first one here. A lot of times the stitches from the corner kind of overtakes the space, but we need to make sure to pull back and give that stitch an upstairs neighbor. So let's go into the head of that stitch, drop a loop, and create a single crochet just like that. Make sure you do that to all 4 sides of our project here. And then from here, it's going to be single crochets in every stitch, just like that. Okay, so for round number 64, you're going to need a total of 206 stitches from corner to corner. Okay, so continue on with this, inserting single crochets in every stitch, and then again in the corners, make sure you're doing 2 singles, chain 2, 2 singles. Okay, so continue on with this, and I'll see you right here at the end of the round in just a moment. To move on to round number 65, we need to make sure that we turn our work to the front. So I'm just going to flip the work over to the front. And you can use the same corner, you can use another corner, it's completely up to you. My work at this point is quite large, so it's taking me a moment, but here we are. Okay, so I have another corner here, and I'm going to keep the same color. And the reason why I snipped off is because for the last round here, I'm going to be working in the reverse. So just to not complicate the situation, we're starting with a fresh corner here. So for round number 65, I am going to be doing the crab stitch. Now, round 65 is the border round. For me, I chose the crab stitch for the border for this project. Feel free to use any border you would like. Again, I chose the crab stitch for me. Okay, so to start, what we need to do is create a slip knot on our hook. However you do this is absolutely fine. This is how I do it. Once you have your slip knot, we're going to go into the corner here, and create a standing single crochet. So we're just going to go in, draw up a loop, yarn over, and go through both loops. So from here, we're going to chain 1, and I'm going to swivel so that I'm able to work in the reverse, just like that. Okay. So from here, I'm literally going to go into the stitch before the corner, right here, and go in there with a single crochet. And then I'm just going to hold on to my loop and go into the stitch before it and do another single crochet, and that's it. It's single crochets in the reverse. It takes some getting used to, but once you have it, you're just doing single crochets in every stitch but in the reverse. And what you will find is you have this nice border here, just like this. So continue doing this if you are doing the crab stitch, inserting one single in the reverse to every stitch, and I will see you at the first corner down that way in just a moment. Okay, so I am at the first corner of round number 65, and this is what my project is looking like right now with the crab stitch. Very, very nice. Okay, and so I'm at the corner here, and we are going to do 2 crab stitches in the chain space. We're not going to chain at all. We are just going to go into that chain space 2 times with the crab stitch, and then swivel the work around, just like this, and then continue on with the crab stitch, just like this. And it's one of those things where you're just going to have to get used to working in the reverse in order to make this happen, but once you get the hang of it, it actually turns out really nice. So there's the corner. Okay, so continue on with this if you are doing the crab stitch for your border. Continue on with this, and I will see you at the end of round number 65 in just a moment. Okay, so I'm at the end of round number 65. I am in the corner right here. And to finish this off, I'm going to go into my corner with the crab stitch 2 times. There's 1, and here is 2. So to finish this off, we're going to go into the first stitch. Just go right into the front there, draw a loop, slip to close, chain 2. We're going to go ahead and cut our work. Pull the hook away from our work and pull down to lock that in. And then from here, we're just going to sew in our ends. I'll be right back as soon as my ends are sewn in. Okay, so I've sewn in my ends. We are good. All of my ends have been sewn in for the entire project, both sides. And so this marks the end of the Autumn Aspirations throw. All 65 rounds have been completed, and as I mentioned, you can put any border you want for round number 65. You don't have to do the crab stitch. If you do, you should have a total of 208 stitches. Okay, so that is all from me for now. I really hope that you enjoyed this crochet along. If you did, please give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and then of course, leave a comment or 2. I would definitely appreciate the support. So that is all from me for now, and until the next one, take care, friends. Bye-bye.